4 things I wish I knew about being a man when I was younger, when I was becoming a man. And, I want to just let everybody know these things. Anybody that's watching, anybody that's, coming into, manhood from boyhood, I want to just give you guys my experiences, give you guys my wisdom so that you guys don't got to go through the same things. And if you do go through the same things, you don't go through the same things lost and confused, but you go through these things with an understanding. You're able to learn from these things and understand the actual lessons that God is trying to show you in these times in your life. And just starting off by number 1 is isolation and understanding yourself and loving yourself and building that relationship with yourself is the utmost important thing you could ever do in your life as a man. Because as a man in this world, you don't really have nobody else but yourself. When you go out there each and every day trying to become the best possible man that you can be, the only person that's going to help you get there is yourself and God. That's it. So you need to have, your relationship with yourself and God as number 1 in your life at all times. The number 1 thing that I recommend any young man focus on in their life. As early as you could possibly, as early as you could possibly start to study and focus on it. I believe that is something very important. It's going to help you be able to be an individual, understanding yourself and loving yourself and becoming you entirely. Don't conform to, the people around you. Become yourself. Read the word and understand, what is important in life. Who am I 100%? What do I want to be? What do I accept in my life? What do I want to accept my reality to be? What type of man do I want to be? What type of man do I believe I should be? Understand these things. What do I like to do? What makes me happy? What type of things am I willing to put up with the people that I associate myself with? And what things are not negotiable? I will not deal with. I will not surround myself with people like that. Understand that those things are going to help you avoid a lot of problems, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of, drama in your life. Just understanding yourself and being okay to be alone. When you're fine and you're content with yourself, it's not hard for you to walk away from relationships and situationships that are not meant for you. That drag you down or that hurt you. When you're content within yourself and within isolation and within being by yourself, you're able to make good decisions that are best for you. Not with being selfish, but with understanding yourself and understanding what you need as an individual and what you want as an individual. The number 2 thing that I want to recommend is focus on your health. Focus on your fitness. Make sure you're in good health. Your body is your temple. That's going to lead to a lot of confidence. That's going to lead to discipline. And, that's another thing too. So, your physical health and your discipline, which those 2 pretty much to me, they tie together. They're very important. As a man in life, you need to have discipline. And one of the best possible ways that you can grow discipline and become as disciplined as possible is, picking up exercising as a routine, a daily habit. Keeping yourself in the best possible shape that you can be in. Paying attention to your health is the best, and making sure that you're in good health is the best form of personal love, of self-love. And that ties along with discipline, understanding what is good for you and only doing that. Loving yourself, because, say you have a kid or, say you have a dog or whatever, you're going to always make sure that person, that animal or whatever is always taken care of the best ability. You're not going to let them go ahead. Let me stop talking about kid or dog. Let's talk about just kid, because I don't want people to get confused. I'm calling the kid a dog. Nah. So say you got a kid and your kid might want a toy, but that toy is going to hurt your kid. You're not going to let your kid go and play with that toy or go reach over there where he knows he can get hurt. Same thing with yourself. You got to have that same self-love, like how you would love your kid, your future kid, with yourself. You need to, not let yourself do things that are going to hurt you. Not let yourself do things that aren't good for you. You need to build that discipline. And like I said, discipline, that's the second thing. But the way I like to implement that discipline and build off that discipline and really recommend that you guys start off building your discipline is in the gym. And maybe not even in the gym. If you can't go to the gym, in the house. Some push-ups, some sit-ups, things like that. Number 3, the third thing that I want to recommend that, every boy coming into manhood should really pay attention to, study, and get to understand is what type of relationship that they want with a woman. What type of woman do they actually want? You know, not what society wants, not what everybody around, not what your boys want, not what looks good, not what sounds good, but what do you genuinely want? Knowing yourself as a person, you know, once you take the time to understand yourself as a man, as your person, you know, what type of things do you know that you will not be willing to put up with? What type of things, you know, do you think could benefit you in life? What type of person do you believe could come and benefit you in life? And, you know, understand what type of, you know, person could negatively affect you in life. How do you want your future woman to be? And only go after women that meet that criteria. You know, don't settle. As a man, that's one of the worst things you can do. That's what's going to get you hurt the most, is when you settle. When you settle for a woman that doesn't meet that criteria, if you go out here and you date blindly without knowing who you are as a man, because women they can see right through that. Women are going to see that you don't even know who you are. You're not even 100% content with yourself. You don't even have the self-love for yourself. And they're not going to respect that. You know, a man that's disciplined and knows exactly who he is and who he wants, women respect. Women want to be around that, because women like to be led by a man. They like to feel safe around a man, and that's one of the best ways you can do that, is know exactly who you are, know exactly what you want. Have that ambition, you know? And the way you're going to do that is be very selective with women. Don't just allow any woman into your life. Don't just allow any energy around yourself. You want to have energy that you know is good for you, energy that you know is, you know, going to help you prosper in life and become a better version of yourself. Positive energy, you know, healthy energy around you. And that comes within, you know, like I said, that discipline, having that discipline to know exactly what you want, and having that self-love to only allow yourself to go and obtain them things that you know are good for you, and keeping yourself away from the things that might be shiny, they might look good, you might want to experience them things, but you know they're not good for you. You have to have that self-love to stay away and refrain from them things. And the fourth thing that I want to recommend that you guys really study and focus on coming into your manhood is building a strong, you know, financial foundation. You know, as a man, like I said, you know, we don't have too many people to rely on, too many people to, you know, hold our back and make sure that we're good, pick us up when we're down. So you want to make sure that you're taken care of financially 100%, that you're independent 100%, that you don't rely on anybody financially. And that shows the ambition within yourself. It's another thing. People, not even just women, but friends, you're going to attract the right people when you have these qualities to yourself. When they see that you know exactly what you want in life, when they see that you're content with yourself, when they see that you're disciplined, when they see that you watch the people in the company that you keep, when you see that you're ambitious and that you're disciplined, that you're consistent with your business, and you have a strong financial, you know, background, a strong financial foundation, you know, people will look at you and they will understand the type of person that you are and the value that you have when you're able to live a life like this. And this will ultimately help you become the best possible man that you can be when you have these qualities about yourself, because not everybody can obtain these things. Not everybody can be disciplined and have that self-love and understanding of themselves to obtain these things. And these are the four things that I really recommend, man. When you have that financial background, when you have that discipline, when you have that, you know, self-awareness, when you select the people that you're around, you ultimately control your life. Because when you have money, you get to control where you are. You get to control the situations you're in. You get to control what you do. When you select the people that you're around, you get to control the energy that's around you. You know, when you have that self-love, you choose the right things. You have that discipline, you choose the right things. When you understand who you are as a man, you understand what is good for you. That's like, you know, you buy a toy, but you throw away the box right away, and now you don't know what batteries to put in the toy. You know, like you don't know what it needs. You don't know what it's supposed to have. So you can't make it work if you don't know what it needs. You need to know yourself. You need to know exactly what you need to be able to make yourself work as efficiently as possible. Make yourself live the best possible life that you want. So like I said, I'm gonna say these things one more time just so they can be ingrained in your mind and you can really understand, you know, the four principles that I would really focus on as a boy coming into manhood. And that is, by number one, starting off by enjoy isolation, understand yourself 110%, get to know yourself, get to love yourself, you know, understand yourself as intimately and as intricately as possible. Number two, develop self-love, discipline, be in the gym. That is how you would do it. Being in the gym, you know, eating healthy, doing things that are good for you, understanding, you know, and having that discipline to only do things and accept things that are good for yourself. Number 2 is watch the people in the company that you keep. I said women at first because a lot of men, that's what they're focused on, but friends, it ties into friends as well. You want to make sure that your friends that you're keeping around you, not just the people that's cool, that got a lot of clout to get on the girls, but the people that got the right mindset, that are really going to be there with you through times of turmoil and triumph. You know, and that beginning one, I don't ever want to make you guys think that first one, when I talk about isolation, that has 100% to do with God as well. So don't think I left God off this list. That is God. That is number one. That's the backing, the foundation of that is God. When you're alone, you're gonna be in isolation. You get to know yourself. You're gonna be spiritual. You're gonna, get close with God. And like I said, number 4, you want to have that financial background, because if you don't have that financial foundation, that financial background, a lot of times you succumb to a lot of situations that you don't want to, because you're not in control with where you are, what you have to deal with. You might have to go to a toxic job, be around a toxic environment, be around people you don't want to be around, which is gonna, force you into that energy and kind of set you back in life a little bit. It's gonna be hard, not set you back, but it's gonna be harder for you to get up out that situation that you're in. I hope that you guys really take heed of the information. I hope that you guys really, study this, understand this, apply these principles to your life, and I guarantee your life, will be 1,000 times better. These are things that I learned growing up as a man were paramount and important to my success as a man, and things I still work on to this day. And I hope that you guys, take advantage of these things and apply them into your lives as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one.